Hello everyone and welcome to Inspiring Best Living, where we talk about wealth creation, wellness and well-nourished soul. My name is Remi Wesley Ogude. I'm your regular host and I'm very happy to be back on another episode of Wealth Creation series. And topic today is financial habits to become a wealthy woman. Wealth is not automatic and wealth is gender neutral. A woman can be wealthy, a man can be wealthy, it does not matter. As long as we engage in right habits that can help us to either promote or attract wealth, multiply wealth, grow wealth, we will be wealthy. There are habits that we have formed as women that help us to do this. And there are also habits that we have formed that do the exact opposite. So if we continue to grow our wealth, multiply and retain it, we will be wealthy. What I want to focus on today are the habits that can help us to grow, multiply our money and attract it. And these are positive financial habits that I encourage every woman to form. The first one is avoiding impulsive and frivolous spending. Those spendings drain our purse. A lot of times as women, we buy things that we do not need. Have been there as well. We'll buy clothes, shoes, bags. Some of them we won't even use it 1, 2, 3 years and we end up giving them out. Those are things we should avoid. Those are not good habits that can help us retain and multiply our money. The second one is for us to cultivate habits to pay ourselves first. When I talk about paying ourselves first, I'm talking about having a predetermined percentage of our money that we must always pay ourselves immediately after we get our salary. I'm a person of faith. After I get my salary, I try to take away my tithes, and after that, I want to pay myself first. When I'm talking about paying myself first, I'm talking about bringing out money that we can save before we start spending. A lot of people don't do that. They first take their money, spend, then they save. That will not help us to achieve our savings goal. We want to first save, and then whatever is now left is what we will now spend. That's another good habit that can help us to become wealthy, because whatever we save eventually is what is going to translate into investments. The third one is to defer immediate gratification. A lot of people just live from hands to mouth. They don't know how to save, number one. Number two, they don't know how to put in money and delay gratification for a while. They don't know how to invest in either business or any of the 4 asset classes and wait, because when you do some investment, you just have to wait for the returns to come. A lot of people are not able to wait. They just want quick money. They want to invest today and get the profits tomorrow. And sometimes it doesn't happen like that. You've got to wait until you're able to have margin upon your investment. Sometimes when we invest in any of these 4 asset classes, it takes a while before we eventually can be wealthy. But when you wait, while either you're on your regular earned income, and later you will be able to enjoy the fruit of your labor on your investment. And the third habit that can help us is to have high teachability index. A lot of people do not have any appetite for learning. High teachability index helps us to apply ourselves to learning. We learn financial literacy. We have very good appetite to learn, not only to learn, to apply what we're learning. That is a good habit that can help us as women. And the learning should be a lifelong one. It is a continuous one. We never stop learning in the school of wealth. If we must be wealthy and continue to multiply our wealth, the learning continues. Wealth creation provides tremendous benefit for us as women. I'm going to highlight a few of them in this episode. The first one is that we have a high chance of having financial independence when we embark on the journey of wealth creation. Every one of us that goes to work knows that having a high income from our work is good, because we can afford what we need. We can afford to make ends meet. But it's not the same as having financial independence. Having financial independence is actually just being able to pay all your bills without your 9 to 5 job. You're able to have passive income generating money for you. And when talking about wealth creation, that is what it eventually would lead us to. If we start on time, we'll be able to have different multiple streams of income and also passive income that can pay our bills. Then we don't have to worry. We have freedom to do whatever we want to do with our lives. So that's very good. Number two is that it helps us to build long and lasting wealth. If we continue to do the right thing in our wealth creation journey, that's the ultimate long run to build lasting wealth. When we are earning income, it's different. Yes, we can have money now, but tomorrow we will not be able to sustain that. And also, we may not be able to pass on that legacy to our children. When we actually engage in the journey of wealth creation as women, we can pass the knowledge to our children. We can also pass it even to our family members, our friends as well. Another thing wealth creation does is it helps us to have dignity and respect. People respect people that are wealthy, particularly when you're a woman. We are respected when we are wealthy. We have dignity and honor, not just because of the wealth, but especially when we are wealthy and we are humble with our wealth and we are blessings to other people. People admire such women, and I encourage all of us to be such so that we are not just being wealthy, but we are using our wealth positively to impact other lives. Another thing it does for us is to help us to have greater impact. When we are wealthy, we'll be able to impact lives, not just through our wealth, but also through the knowledge we pass on to other people to empower them as well to be wealthy. And when I'm talking about impact, of course, if you have financial independence and you are wealthy, you'll be able to do what you want to do with your lives. You're not just going to be under an employer where you can't have flexible hours to work. When you have financial independence, you can do what you want to do with your time. You can work even if it is 6 hours, 4 hours in a day, and spend the other time impacting lives, volunteering in church, volunteering in community center, volunteering in hospitals, wherever you want to. You can have time to be able to live your unlived lives. I want to quickly share some thoughts on how we can have good financial habits. The first one is we must have strong desire to grow in terms of our financial literacy. We must be curious to read. We must be willing to read. Every time we read, we improve ourselves. Just like anyone who wants to be a lawyer must read law books. Anyone who wants to be a doctor must constantly read, go to school, go for training, and continue to read until it becomes exactly that which he intends, either as a lawyer or as a doctor. The second one is that you will have to keep right company. If you want to create wealth as a woman or you want to be wealthy, you must have right company. And when I'm talking about right company, I'm talking about people who are already there. Those are the people that you want to also learn from. So you'll be like the company you keep, as they say. So I encourage us to have the right company for us to leverage on in our wealth creation journey. The other thing is to expose ourselves to biography of those who have also succeeded in creating wealth. There are women like us who have been very wealthy. We can learn from them. We can read their biography so that we can get some inspiration on their success story, how they start, what they do to become wealthy. We can have a coach who can handhold us in our journey to wealth creation. So we can also join other mastermind classes. We can be around like-minded people who have already achieved what we intend to actually do. It's very important for us to form great financial habits as women. It's also equally important for us to break away from bad financial habits that can take us off our focus as people who aspire to be wealthy. I want to encourage us as wealthy women that for us to actually impact our lives, our homes, and our children to be relevant in the lives of our family and their community, we need to aspire to be wealthy. The financial habits we form now will determine whether we are wealthy or not. As Warren Buffett rightly said, chains of habits are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. So there are some habits that if we don't deal with them now and we continue to indulge in them, they may not give us the right outcome in terms of our wealth creation. And there are some habits that we have to develop now in order to become wealthy. Some of those habits I've already mentioned to us, but I encourage us not just to hear it from this video and also to follow up with some of those steps. Any habits we have been entangled in that we know that will not take us through our journey or will not allow us to thrive in our wealth creation journey, it's time for us to begin to take steps to overcome such habits. This is where I'm going to end it today. I want to remind us that this platform is to inspire us in 3 major areas: wealth creation, wellness, and well-nourished. So remember, you don't have to choose between being healthy and wealthy. You can have both as icing on the cake of a well-nourished soul. Thank you for listening, and please share the video with friends, family, and whoever you think can benefit from it. And until I come your way next time, please don't forget to press the notification button so you can get notified right away once a new episode is produced. Take care and bye.